Today's date is January 18th, 2025, and welcome to the Alex Wenger Golf Daily Bulletin. We've got some thrilling updates from the world of golf, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, the ever-enthusiastic and somewhat questionable golf tipster, Dave Ward. Let's dive in. Starting with the American Express in La Quinta, California, Charlie Hoffman is tied for the lead at 16 under after 2 rounds. Jason Day is just 2 strokes back at 14 under, chasing his first PGA Tour win in nearly 2 years. Now, Dave, I can't help but notice your pick for the tournament, Danny Willett, is currently sitting tied 136th.
To see Ricky Fowler sitting tied 8th at the minute on 13 under par, but 10 under for his second round. I mean, wow, Ricky, what a run that is.
Ricky Fowler tied for 8th and firing on all cylinders with that incredible 10 under second round. What a show he's putting on. It's like vintage Ricky out there, isn't it?
Absolutely.
The confidence, the swagger. It's great to see him back in this form. Now, Dave, I have to ask, did you secretly have Ricky in mind for this week, or is this just another case of hindsight brilliance?
Secretly, I did have Ricky Fowler in mind this week. I have Ricky Fowler in mind most weeks. He's a golfer that I really admire. Another golfer that I really admire with another 10 under par round today is Vileas, the Colombian. Wow, 10 under par. That's amazing for 18 holes.
Well, Dave, knowing you, I'd say Ricky was probably a late addition to your imaginary lineup. One of those I always had faith in him picks after he drops a stellar round. But honestly, credit where it's due, Fowler looks dialed in. If he keeps this momentum going, he might just pull off something special this weekend. What do you think? Time for a Fowler fairy tale finish.
Well, I'm going to point out your pick for this week tournament. You picked Tony Finau. Tony Finau is on 9 under at the moment, sitting in 31st. And another one of your picks was South Korean, Soo Kim.
You've done your homework, Dave. Yes, I did pick Tony Finau this week, and while 9 under and tied 31st isn't setting the world alight, I'll remind you, Tony is a weekend player. He's the type to charge up the leaderboard on Saturday and Sunday when it really matters.
Okay.
As for my South Korean pick, I'm guessing you're referring to Kim. He's steady and consistent, and I'm still feeling good about him sneaking into contention. Unlike some picks, Dave, mine are based on, well, logic. So Kim is currently tied 58th at 2 under. All right, I'll admit, it's not the explosive start I was hoping for, but let's not write him off just yet. You know, Dave, patience is a virtue. Some of us prefer our picks to make their moves late rather than fizzle out early, unlike certain others we've mentioned today. Meanwhile, in Dubai, Ewan Ferguson leads the Hero Dubai Desert Classic at 12 under, but all eyes are on Rory McIlroy as he chases a record 5th title. He's sitting at 3 under, 9 shots back. Optimistic, perhaps, but Rory does love a dramatic Sunday. Speaking of underdogs, Tom McKibben is tied 15th. Dave, do you reckon McKibben might be the next Northern Irishman to steal the show?
Absolutely. I've just noticed now that Tom McKibben has moved to 7 under and is tied in 7th with Rivera, the Portuguese golfer. So McKibben seems to be off to a good start. He's on the 4th hole. And yeah, all is looking good for the Hollywood man. I also see Patrick Reed doing well over in Dubai. He's currently tied 13th. He's on the 2nd hole on his 3rd round, sitting at 6 under par.
Patrick Reed, always in the mix, isn't he? Tied 13th and cruising at 6 under 85. Solid work so far. I mean, love him or not, he's the kind of player who knows how to grind it out. But Dave, be honest, was he on your radar, or is this one of those hindsight, I knew it all along moments? Pause for Dave's spy.
Well, if you go back through the podcast episodes, you'll see me professing my admiration for Patrick Reed.
So you're claiming Patrick Reed as your guy all along. Duly noted, Dave. We'll check the tapes. As for Tom McKibben, he's quietly putting together a fantastic round now at 7 under. The Hollywood man, representing Ireland beautifully, seems to be hitting all the right notes early on. 4 holes in, and he's already making moves. You know, Dave, I'd say McKibben might just overshadow your other picks this week. What do you think? Rory McIlroy made a passionate plea to Tom McKibben to reconsider a potential $5 million move to live golf. Dave, if you had $5 million on the table, would you still be here chatting golf with me? And in other news, Shane Lowry had an unbelievable shot during a practice round, sparking cheers from onlookers. I'm guessing, Dave, you're already predicting him to win next week. Or will this be another Danny Willett situation? Regarding Danny Willett, I mentioned he's currently tied 136th at the American Express. So tell me, Dave, did you pick him because of some deep emotional connection, or is this another one of your infamous heart overhead decisions? I mean, the leaderboard isn't exactly looking in his favor. Thoughts from Dave's response?
No, not right now, but I am not afraid to say I'm a great admirer of Danny Willett. And personally, I picked him because he had a strong finish to 2024. But listen, I'm sorry, maybe I picked with my heart a little much. I also mentioned Padraig Harrington yesterday, and he didn't exactly set the world alight in Dubai either, finishing 3 over par and dropping down the leaderboard a little bit himself.
Fair enough, Dave. I can appreciate the admiration for Danny Willett. And hey, sometimes heart picks do pay off, just maybe not this week. As for Harrington, well, 3 over par isn't exactly lighting up Dubai, is it? I guess it's safe to say your picks are having a character-building week. But hey, there's always next time, right?
Let's talk about Dubai. Let's talk about Ewan Ferguson. 12 under par. And yeah, hasn't kicked off yet today. It would be a great victory for him.
Danny Willett's struggles there are making it hard to spotlight him, though. Meanwhile, Tom McKibben is giving us plenty to talk about in Dubai. Looks like you're trying to spread your bets across time zones to cover all bases. A smart strategy, but let's be honest, McKibben might be the one saving your week so far.
Fair enough.
Odds for Dave's response.
Yeah, I think if you've got a chance, get on Tom McKibben. He seems to be climbing the leaderboard here. He's up to tied 7th at the moment, and forget about Rory McIlroy this week. He's in tied 42nd, currently on the 8th hole, and 1 over par for the day. So yeah, I don't see Rory making the move we anticipated, but certainly his clubman Tom McKibben is proving why the Live Golf are so eager to sign him up, and why everybody should be eager to talk to Tom.
So it's all about Tom McKibben now, is it? Tied 7th and climbing fast. He's really making a statement out there. And Rory, well, tied 42nd and 1 over for the day. It's not exactly the charge we've come to expect from him, is it? You're right, Dave. This week belongs to McKibben. The Hollywood man is turning heads.
Yeah, but we'll go back to the American Express, which is being led by Hoffman. Absolutely. On the American Express, just goes to show that we're really in for a brilliant 2025. All these professional golfers are posting amazing scores. And yeah, very happy to be here to cover it. Okay, Alex, can you tell us some news from the world of golf? So I believe Shane Lowry hit a nice shot, and the whole world seems to be talking about it.
Well, Dave, Shane Lowry's shot has certainly made waves. It's been the talk of the town, and for good reason. It was one of those moments where everything just clicked. Perfect contact, flawless trajectory, and a touch of magic. Watching it, you couldn't help but feel the energy. If they're hyping it up, you know it's something special. I'd say it's the kind of shot that reminds you why golf can be so electrifying. What do you think, Dave? Worthy of all the buzz. It's those rare, standout shots that get everyone talking, even the non-golfers. It's not just about the technical skill, it's the timing, the reaction, the moment itself. Lowry has a knack for delivering those, doesn't he? Moments like that are why we love this game. They transcend the sport and stick in your memory. Looking ahead, the Farmers Insurance Open tees off next week at Torrey Pines, and the Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament of Champions will kick off the LPGA season at Lake Nona starting on January 30th. Plenty to look forward to in the weeks ahead. That's the rundown for today, Dave. And let's finish with our quote of the day, courtesy of W.C. Fields. If you're caught on a golf course during a storm and are afraid of lightning, hold up a 1-iron. Not even God can hit a 1-iron. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. This has been the Alex Wenger Golf Daily Bulletin. Keep your spirits high, your putts steady, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.
Thank you very much, Alex. Thank you all.